Emerging Leaders, you finally made it to the end of the term. I know that you feel a great sense of relief, and I want to congratulate all of you for doing a great job this term. Difficulties can come up in your collegiate pursuit. This is normal. Please continue to persist in your programs. You all are going to do a great job. Discipline and time management are going to be a huge part of your success factors. So I hope that you've all been able to learn some things in this course. One of the things that I know I needed to say to you at several different checkpoints throughout this was talking about the weekly announcements. So these are things that all of your courses are going to have, and you all have been here for a little bit, so this isn't your first class. But for some of you, I think you learned some new stuff in my class, so I'm really happy to know that you were able to learn a little bit more about the LMS. For now, I want to go back into our course, which is Management 200, and just kind of go through this. So when you click into your courses, and this is for this one as well as all of them going forward, the first place you land is on the screen with the announcements. So this is for you going forward. You'll be able to see all of your announcements. You can click view all announcements and it'll launch the page where the announcements are posted. Okay, so in your classes going forward, that's something that you'll see. If you know this already, don't scan away, because there's a couple more things that I want to point out to you as you continue your education here at SNHU. So now that I'm in your course, I'm going to go down to learning modules. Throughout the course, there have been times where you kind of were wondering, okay, what are we doing with this project? And so I would have to do things like go in and create a video for you. Also, what I would do is download assignment information. So if you needed clarification on an assignment, then I would do that for you or provide you with a template for APA. All of these things are things that you can use in all of your courses going forward. Of course, if you are in a particular course and your professor is asking you to utilize a specific template that is outside of the APA template, maybe you're in STEM, or a course that is requiring a different format or something that is akin to that particular vertical, then go ahead and utilize what they have. But the university does want its research papers done in the APA 7th edition format. And so listen to the instructors that you are in. And when it comes to your research papers, you definitely need to be utilizing this format unless they've given you different instructions based upon your industry and vertical that you're in. So if you're in science or if you're in STEM, there may be some different requirements of you. Just like a resume. A STEM or let's say someone who's going into IT, their resume is going to look a lot different than most resumes are going to look, because they have to list out their certifications and the way that it needs to be presented to employers. It is a difference. So keep that in mind as you go forward. Make sure that you are looking at the requirements that your instructor has in your coursework, okay? The last thing I wanted to do is I went through and I would do this for you. So in your course, you're going to see assignment information. I don't know if you ever click that, but if you click into that, what you're going to see is all of the rubrics, all of the projects that you all were working on. What I would do is I would end up going in, clicking on those, opening them up, and then I would export them to a PDF for you and then provide the personas documents. Your other classes may not do this, so I want to make sure that you walk away from this course with that insight as you are inside of your virtual classroom. You are going to go into your modules. You are going to read your modules. You're going to go through. You're going to go through your introduction. You're going to go through this entire process. But I do understand that sometimes the assignment or the specificity of what is required of you is going to be in that assignments tab. I agree with those of you who said, well, this should be inside of the module. However, this is something in terms of the instructional design that team would have to do, so I will provide that feedback. But in the meantime, if this can help you going forward, once you get in here, you should always be looking at your videos and any ancillary resources, of course, reading your textbook, and then going into your assignment. So again, the activity is not here. The module is here. So you certainly want to open the module and you want to be able to look at what the criteria happens to be, just as I explained in a different video. So in this case, there are 3 different things that you'll be looking for in this particular activity for emotional intelligence, for example. However, if you are confused about what it is that you should be doing, then go back to your learning modules. Go down to assignment information, click there, and this is where you're going to see all of your assignments really spelled out for you. In this case, you're in Module 8, Activity Guidelines and Rubric. So this is where they're going to get into more detail about what you should be doing when you do this particular assignment. This correlates with your rubric. Okay, so you're going to explain the results of the test, create goals to improve emotional intelligence, and then describe strategies to improve emotional intelligence. And this is all about you. So there's no wrong answer here. Your articulation is where your point values are going to come from. So are you meeting proficient, or are you going to need improvement, or have you exceeded the proficiency here? So this is how you're evaluated. This is just kind of a review from a previous video that I made. These are how you're going to be evaluated, and these are the points that you'll be evaluated on. So each of these criteria, the more you're moving towards exemplary, the higher value points that you will get. Okay, so hopefully this has helped you not only in this course, but in the courses to come. You can always reach out to your instructor. And finally, I do want to say that if you are in need of help with your papers, write your papers early in the week and then get with the Writing Center and see if they can review your papers well in advance of Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. That way, you'll have an opportunity to get the feedback, and any changes you can make, you can do them before you turn in your projects. Thank you again for being an amazing class, and I wish you all the very best as you can continue and finish your degree here at SNHU.